Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're really diving into Quentin Tarantino's debut, Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
We've got a bunch of notes, articles, basically digging into its style and why it's still such a big deal.
It really is a landmark film, especially for indie cinema.
So our mission here is to sort of pull apart those key Tarantino elements we see right from the get-go and, understand its impact.
Absolutely. It's like his whole style guide was just there right from the start. Pretty amazing, actually.
Yeah, it is. And one of the first things I think is the dialogue. It just hits you differently.
Oh, definitely. It's not just moving the plot.
No, they're talking about Madonna, tipping waitresses, everyday stuff. It feels almost random.
Well, that's the genius of it, isn't it? Those conversations, they build the characters, the whole vibe. You get who these guys are before everything goes south.
Right, it creates tension, but subtly. Dialogue is a tool, really.
Exactly. And then there's the structure. Totally different.
Yeah, jumping around in time, flashbacks, it makes you, the viewer, do the work, piece it all together.
And the big thing, the absolute core of it, the heist itself, we never see it.
Right, it's completely absent. Was that just budget, or?
Well, sources debate that. Some say budget constraint turned creative choice. Others think it was always the plan. Either way, it works brilliantly.
How so?
Because the focus shifts, doesn't it? It's all about the aftermath, the paranoia in that warehouse, the relationships falling apart. The tension comes from not knowing, not from the action.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And speaking of aftermath, the violence.
Very graphic.
Super explicit, but also stylized, like that ear scene.
Yeah.
It's brutal, but the camera isn't just focused on the gore.
No, it stays on Mr. Blonde. It
Yep.
makes the horror psychological about him, not just the act. It's shock value, sure, but it's calculated.
Okay.
And often has that really dark, unsettling humor mixed in.
Which makes you question why you're maybe finding it darkly funny.
Exactly. It's uncomfortable.
And the soundtrack. You can't talk Reservoir Dogs without the music. Using pop songs, not a typical score.
Oh, stuck in the middle with you during the torture. I mean, that's iconic.
The contrast is just, wow.
That dissonance, yeah, it throws you off, makes the violence feel even more disturbing because the music is so upbeat and familiar. It's like the music is commenting, ironically, on the scene.
So the style is dialogue, structure, violence, music.
Yeah.
What are the characters? Not your typical heroes.
Not even close. Criminals, anti-heroes, Mr. White, Mr. Orange, Blonde. They all have their own codes, kind of messed up ones.
And their loyalties shift constantly. Betrayal feels like it's just waiting to happen.
And that moral ambiguity, that's key. No clear good guys or bad guys. Just flawed people in a high-pressure situation, making their actions unpredictable and, well, really compelling to watch.
You also feel his love for movies, right? The homages, the references.
Oh, totally. Noir, French crime films like Le Doulot. But it's not just copying. He's taking those influences, mixing them up, adding his own postmodern spin. He's a filmmaker who clearly loves film.
So Reservoir Dogs, it basically laid it all out, his blueprint.
It really did. His first feature, and bang, the dialogue, the not-linear stuff, the violence, the music, it's all there. That absent heist idea was such a bold move for the crime genre back then.
And doing it mostly in one location, that warehouse.
Yeah, it showed you didn't need a huge budget or fancy sets for intense drama, strong writing, clever structure, character tension that can carry a film. It became a kind of manual for low-budget indie filmmakers.
It started cult, but now it's just a classic.
For sure. Huge legacy. Influenced so many filmmakers. That blend of indie style, cool dialogue, stylized violence, you see echoes of it everywhere.
So for you listening, why does understanding this film matter?
Well, it's like a key, really.
Yeah.
It helps you see where a lot of modern crime films and even some indie dramas get their ideas from, the structure, the dialogue, the music choices. You'll start noticing those echoes. It shows how creativity, even with limits, can make something powerful.
Which brings up a final thought. That mix of dark humor and really graphic violence, plus these morally gray guys we end up kind of fascinated by. What does that fascination say about us?
That's the question it leaves you with, isn't it? Long after the movie's over.
Definitely something to chew on.
Yeah.
So yeah, Reservoir Dogs, a blueprint, a landmark.
If you haven't seen it or haven't seen it in a while, it's worth revisiting. See those techniques in action.
Absolutely. A great way to understand a major force in modern filmmaking.